It's Monday, 4 days before the velvet hunt. Deer are not in the field yet. Sun's about to go down. We'll see if they come out in the same place again, trying to see if they're holding a steady pattern or not. My buddy Fred just texted me. He is over at the pond fishing, and he said there's a decent buck up on the hill. So I'm gonna walk over there because we only got that doe and that little buck out here so far. And it's past sunset. We're running out of daylight. Well, they are coming out down the hill. I don't know how I'm gonna hunt these deer. They were doing the same thing past few days, and now they come out a completely different part of the field.
So is it only those two big bucks you got any more decent?
No, those are the only two good ones on the property right now. Dang, there's another mosquito. 3 days until the hunt. I just went out 2 or 3 hours ago. This edge of the field here, I cleared out 3 different spots. I cleared out shooting lanes in the bushes. So I got 3 places to set on the ground. Y'all see that little cluster of trees there? I've got a spot to sit in there with a couple shooting lanes kind of facing out away from me here where we're looking at it now. There we go. I know where he came out from. There's my shooting lane behind that bodock tree. Oh yeah, coming down the pipe. Yeah, he's at like 15 yards, maybe 10 yards from my shooting lane. Alright, I've seen what I need to see. The bucks did not come out where they came out yesterday, but they're in the same spot they mostly have been just about every evening. Cleared some good spots to set. It's all going to be up to the wind and not getting busted by those does. 2 more days. So I got a cell camera on the other side of the property at my salt lick, and it has seemed like zero action because they bush hogged a couple weeks ago that back field and the deer have all shifted towards the front. Well, I just got a picture from this camera right now back there. Looks like the 9-point and that little buck is there at the salt lick right now. He's there right now. The little buck that's running with him is there. I'm assuming the 11-point's probably there too because they all 3 kind of run together. I'm getting more pictures come in. This was 3 minutes ago. Looks like he quit eating salt and is headed towards the back field. They may stay in the back field until dark, or they may cut through the gate into this field. 2 days before the velvet hunt opens. Deer doing something different. This is typical. I kind of expected it, but we're gonna go to the back field. Haven't got to the back field yet. There's a few up here on the top end of the front field. Yep, there's a 9-point and a funky buck. They were just at the salt lick, so they did come through the gate. Huh. Alright, they are working their way down that way. I'm not gonna watch them all night. Let them do their thing. I don't think they'll make it to my little shooting lanes before dark. Alright, last day before the velvet hunt. Got my buddy Andy with me. We're out here shooting bows.
So like they're being hyper aggressive over like really shallow, so you could like sight fishing with them.
Yep, here they are. I did not get cell cam pictures this time, but they came out from the gate, I think. Alright, let me get a look at these deer. Better look at them. It's about to get dark, and these deer, they're headed towards my shooting lanes, but they're not going to make it there before dark. So I may have to set up on top of the hill, climb a tree tomorrow evening. That's 2 nights in a row they came out the same place. Well, today's the day. I've waited all day. It's about 6:15. Sneak up the shady side of this field and find me a little place to clear out. Couldn't find my shears, so I got the whole loppers. I opted against going up a tree because there has to be a lot more trimmed to get up in the tree here because the trees are not very good. The wind is switching right now as the sun is going down. Got shadows coming across the field. The wind is starting to get a little better. See that little sliver of sunlight up ahead by the edge of the field? That's the gate. Don't use this very often, but I think it might help tonight. There's a deer behind, or to my left, in the next field. I can't tell what it is. Alright, y'all, we got 3 minutes of shooting light left. Nothing has crossed the gate. There was at least one deer in the field next to me, the backfield. I didn't see what it was. Its head was down feeding. Stay tuned. Alright, it is day 2. Just got home from work a little while ago. Wind is kind of funky. It's actually, there's a breeze today, so I don't know if it's going to die off. It's not forecast to be a good wind at all. We got a thunderstorm that's just barely skimming by. I'm not sure if we're going to get rain or not. Right now the wind is blowing backwards the way it's supposed to, but it's blowing. Kind of counting on thermals here. This wind has been switching up now with this storm coming by. Alright, wind is dying down a little bit, still a breeze, and it's still coming from that storm. Which is, right now is good. I don't have confidence it's going to stay like that, but I'm hoping once the storm blows out, I'm hoping the wind will just die down and thermals will drop. Wind is good for now. They're feeding to the left, away from the gate. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna pick up and sneak out. It's getting a little risky with the wind, the way the deer are headed. I'm gonna try to sneak on down and get to the bottom of the hill and peek into the backfield where the deer are at. Coast is clear out here. Okay, we got this little pond bank up here. Try to stay behind it. You see all the willow trees and everything. Alright, they are just feeding around in that field. I'm gonna sneak out of the pond here. Go out, sneak out the backside so they don't see me. And we got some intel for tomorrow. Alright, y'all, it is the third and final day. It's about 6:35 in the afternoon. It's about the time the wind is supposed to die down and switch. We have had a pretty bad wind all weekend, but about 6:30 or so, it usually dies down and starts blowing down the hill, which has worked out really well for me the past 2 evenings. Right now it's still sketchy. We had a storm, pretty good thunderstorm, come through here about half an hour to an hour ago, and it's finally cleared up, but the wind is kind of iffy. Alright, I'm a little bit out of breath. I just ran up here. I had to drop my stuff and run back because the mosquitoes are about to eat me alive. And the wind switch is not good. On my way back, there's a few deer up on top of the hayfield where I've been setting up the past 2 nights. They're already out a little early, a little earlier than usual, but it's starting to rain again. It does not look pretty. Looks like we got more rain coming. I may have to switch to the GoPro to save my camera, but we're gonna try something, so stick with me. Okay, I'm halfway across the backfield. I'm putting my camera under this culvert here so it doesn't get water just completely soaked. This rain's not getting any better. It's all solid gray to the south, and that's where the storms have been coming from. We're going straight GoPro. They're going towards the cedar thicket. At least that one spike is. There's a deer. It's one of the big ones. One of the big ones is still out. He's about to get behind that hay bale. Get wet in the woods. They're blowing at me. I'm guessing I was about 30, 35 yards from him. Oh, could only see his head, but he finally saw a little silhouette just the top of me. I didn't think it was enough to make me out, but he busted me. I heard deer blowing running near the cedar thicket. The wind could have swirled. It's kind of dead right now. I can't tell which way the wind is blowing. He could have smelled me. But either way, I got busted. But I had to try. It's the only way I was going to get close enough, and I almost did. Just didn't have a clear shot. I don't know if y'all could see anything on the GoPro. It stopped raining. I thought it was about to start pouring. Now there's a freaking rainbow and everything, but I got pretty close to killing him, the 9-point. Didn't see the 10, but I'm assuming he was over the rise, maybe already in the cedar thicket by the time I got up here. Alright, enough excuses. I tried, but it was fun. This closest I've come to killing one in velvet. One of that size anyways. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Stick around. Deer season's right around the corner. Kentucky's about to open. I have my Kentucky license, so that'll probably be the first place I hunt before Tennessee statewide opens. So, I'll catch y'all pretty soon. Thanks for watching.